Hi guys, it's Modesty. So today I thought I would do like an updated foundation routine, mainly actually for a few reasons. One, because it's a different season than I think I did it last time, so I always change it up depending on the season. Two, because I've completely changed all the products I used, and on top of that, in my previous one, I know that I said I really love a matte face, but I've been really into like a dewy, glowy, luminous face. So I have changed it up quite a bit. So I thought it was time to do a update foundation routine. I will be featuring the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I do have a review for this foundation and I will put a link to it down below if you're curious. And yeah, so I'm just really into the brightening and luminous products, so I'm combining a lot of those. So if you'd like to see, you know, how I've been doing my foundation lately and how to just get a dewy, luminous glow, then keep watching. I don't know what I'm doing here. I have already moisturized my face. You always want to moisturize your face about 30 minutes before you do your makeup, because if you do it too soon after, then your makeup can like start to slide off because it'll combine with the moisturizer and like decompose is the word I want to use. Anyway, it'll break down, it might like slip off your face. You don't want to do it too far after, because then the moisturizer has kind of redone its job and then your face won't be as moisturized. So about 30 minutes later is key. So I have already done that, and I just used the Garnier Fructis Moisture Rescue, the gel formula one. So next I go in with primer, and this is the one I've been loving a lot is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Face Primer. I really love this primer for the dewy look. It is it looks white, but then when you rub it out, it is a really pearlesque finish. So I just apply that to the face. I do put primer on my eyes. I know that some people don't, but it's what I do. It's just how I do things. I don't know. Now, if I do my eyes first, then I don't put my face primer, but you know. See, I already have like a glow going on here. So I really love this primer for that reason. Now, I do wait about 5 to 10 minutes to let my skin soak up all the benefits of the primer. So I think what I'm going to do while the primer is soaking in, I'm going to go get myself some hot tea or coffee or something, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got myself some tea, and can we just say Morocco mint green tea is like my life right now. It is so good. So then what I do to add a little bit more dew to my skin, I do throw on some MAC Fix Plus. So I'm just going to spray some of this. And this will just add some hydration. And on top of that, it will add a little bit more dew. And it's just, I don't know, I like to use it. It's very refreshing feeling, and just love it. Okay, so then once I know with that, I do go in with my foundation, the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. And I put a few pumps on the back of my hand. I'm going to do about 4. We're going to go cray-cray today. So then what I do is I take a little bit of it and I just dab it on my skin. Now, if it looks darker than my skin tone, it does match my arms and my chest. I put a bunch of sunscreen on my face and my neck to keep it protected, so that's why anyway, it matches, I swear. So then when I have stuff left in my hand, I take my brush. I'm using the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush. This is my favorite thing to use for foundation. And then what I do is I do like pressing motions, and what this does is it really presses the foundation into the skin, because you really want to promote that longevity for your foundation. So that's why I do this, because the more your skin soaks it up, the better it will hold throughout the day. So then once I feel like it's pretty well pressed in, then I start to blend it out. I do drag it down my neck. I sound funny when I talk doing that. And then I use whatever's left on my hand to help blend it out. Now I do put foundation, I go over my eyes, like I don't directly put it there, but I do go over my eyes with what's left on the brush because I do have dark veins on my eyes that show up quite often and they're quite annoying. So, okay, so then you see I have my whole face covered and you can still see I do have that dewy shine right there. That's why I love this foundation. It's really good if you want a luminous look. Once I'm done with my foundation, I do move on to concealing slash highlighting. So for concealer, I really just treat it as highlighting. So my favorite one that I've been using is this LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I use the color Porcelain because, like I said, I do like to highlight, and then I just apply it under the eyes to brighten underneath there because I do have some dark circles. And what I also do, I like to take it right here to highlight the upper lip, and then I make a little circle down here, and then I take it down the bridge of my nose and then the forehead. Just make a little bit of a stupid looking flower. So yeah. Okay, so once I've applied the concealer, I do take a dampened beauty sponge and then I just blend that out. I really like to do this because it prevents cakiness and it just adds even more hydration to the skin, and it also soaks up any excess product. So if it looks like I applied a lot, that's okay because it won't show in the end. Now when you're doing your under eye concealer, you want to mainly go from out to in, but you want to go back and forth. You don't want to swipe it all because then you'll, one, tug at your skin, and two, you'll give yourself creases. The patting motions will help prevent the creases. You see how that's just so much brighter, and it just really highlights underneath the eye. That is what I like to strive for. Now I do go over my eyelid also with concealer because the concealer will help prime for eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm just not huge on actual eyeshadow primers. They're not really my thing. I mean, I'll use them. I've never bought a full-size one. I'll just use whatever samples I do get or deluxe sizes. But I will never ever go buy like a legit eyeshadow primer. It's just, I don't know, kind of pointless to me because concealer works just fine. Okay. So sometimes I'll leave it like this, but because you do have that dew, but I really have been into a really luminous glow. So then I will go in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone, and this is the liquefied version of it. And a little bit goes a long way. That's almost too much probably. And what I do is I just rub it out, and then I tap it on the high points of my cheeks. And I'll like go, not like all the way to the tip of my nose, but I'll just like go on the bridge of my nose. And then I will go on the Cupid's bow. And then go back over here. And then see, yeah, that tiny pump was too much, but I'll just pick up whatever's left over. And then what I'll do is I'll just ever so lightly, I will just tap it out with a beauty sponge. And then if there's anything left over and want to go a little bit cray, then I'll bring it down onto my cheeks too. So as you can see, now I have a really dewy look. I do have to set my under eye concealer. I've really been loving combining these two shades in my Kat Von D Shade+Light palette. These two combined is just a really good setting color for me. It gives me a little bit of the bright yellow, but then it also gives me some of the beige, so it's not just like yellow. Meh. So I like to take my Sigma tapered highlighter. Ooh, see, it's like filled with dust right now. And first thing I do, I load my brush up with a pretty good amount, about like that. And then because you really want to prevent the creasing, I did learn this from another YouTuber, so I don't take credit for this, but I do it now too. You want to tap out from the outer part in one more time while looking up, because you really don't want any creases. And then while looking up, then you load on that powder. And then you can look down. So then I'm going to go and I'm going to do the other eye. And go back and forth, but you want to make sure the last motion you do is from the outer part in. Now, if it looks like there's a lot caked on, you do dust off the excess powder, but this is just to set that. And then what I'll do is I'll just like look and I'll set like my lids, and then I'll dust like this, knock off any excess powder. Alright, so then once my under eyes are done, I will go back in with some more. Not as much, it doesn't need to be as heavy, but then I'll just set the other places that I did highlight. Sometimes I will use face powder to set the rest of my face, but because I've really been into bronzing instead of contouring, the powder from the bronzer kind of sets your foundation for you. So that is it for my highlight and for my foundation, concealer, and highlight. Well, my cream highlight, so it does give you a nice dewy look. I've been loving this for the summertime. It just makes your skin look so healthy. So what I'm going to do, while I have you guys here, I'm just going to go ahead and bronze so you guys can just see what I've been doing lately instead of contouring. So I'm trying out a new product that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag. This is the Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. So just looks like that. And for bronzing, I've been taking just a large powder brush, and I just load up my brush, and then I just bronze my face with a big fluffy brush. It's been really my thing lately. I don't know, it's faster, I don't know. It really warms up the skin, and it just makes you look so glowy. I love that so much. Huh? Love this product. And then I like to warm up my neck. I seriously just like bronze everywhere, and I have been loving it. And look, you can still see that dew. Isn't it amazing? Huh. Yeah, so I've been loving this. Alright, so now that I'm done with, that's kind of just like the base of what I do. Some people don't like this much bronzer. I love it, so to hers each their own, since I don't know. You know what I mean. We all like doing different things. This is just what I like. So what I'm gonna do, oh, I love it. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, so I have finished the rest of my makeup, and this is exactly what I always go for. So, yeah, this is the finished face look. I know the makeup look has nothing to do with my foundation routine, but this is kind of like a daily look that I love to go along with my dewy glow that I have going on. So yeah, that is why I like using all these products. I mean, MAC Fix Plus adds some dew. The Magic Lumi is an excellent primer, and it's from the drugstore for a dewy look. And then throwing in like a liquid illuminator. If I'm feeling like I want a really strong highlight, then I'll put like a powder highlight over top of it. And then this foundation, I can't say enough good things about it. Go check out the review, check it out for yourself. I love this foundation. It gives, as you saw in the tutorial or whatever you want to call it, it leaves that nice little glisten right there, even with it being powdered and everything. So yeah, I love this foundation. And then the upside, like to bronzing instead of contouring, is when you bronze, there can sometimes be a teeny bit of shimmer. So like this is amazing. This is my first time using it, and I think I'm loving it. So yeah, that is gonna be it for my updated foundation routine. If you'd like to see a drugstore foundation routine, let me know down in the comments. I do have a drugstore alternative. I mean, the primer is the same because it is drugstore, but when I want an all drugstore look, I do have a couple of things that I do use to get a somewhat similar look. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below. Also hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. And any requests you have down below, like if you want an updated whatever routine or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you want to see, because I want to put up what you guys want to see. Other than that, I think I'm going to get going, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.